Hey everyone, it's the Pyrokin, and today I wanted to do a quick little achievement guide for some hidden and quirky achievements that you may not have gotten in Half-Life Alyx. This video won't cover all the hidden achievements, but it'll cover some that are just hard to get, or there may be a glitch or bug preventing you from getting them. Starting with the chapter of Entanglement, we have Honor Roll. You have to interact with the playground somehow. The description's a little bit misleading because you actually have to specifically roll something down the slide, hence the name. Some people have had issues with just getting the achievement by rolling down any prop within the playground. I had better luck using the bucket found on the playground next to the merry-go-round, so you may want to use that. Moving on to Eye of the Geiger, you have to measure Russell with the Geiger counter. This is a little bit tricky if you don't know what a Geiger counter actually looks like. It's this big yellow device with a handle, and you basically just take it and you scan it over Russell. However, if you don't have notifications on, you may not know that you even got the achievement, as it doesn't give off the typical Geiger counter noise that you would expect. Just be sure to check that you have the achievement before you go to get your gravity gloves. Next up we have Little Slugger, which is to represent yourself with a specific prop on Russell's map. This is really easy actually, but you just have to find the prop, which again can be challenging in Russell's dark little hideout. Basically you're looking for this figurine that resembles Scout from Team Fortress 2. Once you find him, you can place him on Russell's map when he asks you to represent yourself with an item. If you're having trouble finding the Scout figurine, you can find him in front of the computer monitor that's to the right of the gravity glove cage. Next up we have Gnome Vault of My Own. Bring a garden gnome with you to the vault. This achievement is pretty self-explanatory, but it is pretty challenging. You have to take either the gnome fridge magnet from Russell's fridge or the gnome that's chilling outside on the sofa all the way to the end of the game. There are some ways that you can make this run a little bit easier on yourself. I personally kept the fridge magnet as close to me as possible and in my view as often as possible. I also recommend to check your hand after you take damage because your gnome and any other item that you're holding can be knocked away after some damage is taken. Leave your gnome in places where you will have to backtrack, like the areas in Is or Will Be. This makes it so you don't have to babysit the gnome as often. Finally, I recommend using glitchless speedrun tactics to get through this run as painlessly as possible. There's a link in the description to HICKSaan's run that may be useful. It's a world record and it's done in about an hour. Moving on, we have Freshly Squeezed. Test your grip on a headcrab heart. If I recall correctly, this is not actually a hidden achievement, but people have trouble with it regardless because it can bug out sometimes. You basically have to squeeze the headcrab hearts found in Gary the Vortigaunt's lair. I personally did this on my first run and I did not get the achievement. I had to go in a second time, and even then, I had to make sure I squeezed all of the hearts that were in the area. That includes all those in the pot and the one that's still inside the head crab to the right. For those playing Half-Life Alyx without the index controllers, you can just press the button you use to arm grenades to squeeze the hearts. Moving on to a more deadly chapter, we have Near Jeff Experience. You have to stay close to Jeff for 10 seconds. This is honestly a very terrifying achievement to get, and sometimes it will be buggy as well. If you're having trouble getting this achievement after definitely standing next to Jeff for 10 seconds, simply return to the beginning of the chapter and go to the small catwalk above the hallway when you first encounter Jeff. As long as you shoot and make him stand directly below you for 10 seconds or more, you should be able to get the achievement, as it does not factor in vertical distance. And to wrap up, we have Crustacean Frustration. Kill the annoying head crab before it breaks everything. For this achievement, you can't be shy in the Jeff level. You just have to run into the corridor and blast the head crab with an SMG. Once you do that, the achievement should pop and you're good to go. Well, that does it for my achievement tips and tricks. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and if you have any other suggestions on some videos I should do or achievements I should discuss, then feel free to leave a comment telling me. I'd love to hear it. And with that, I think we'll go ahead and wrap up this video. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.